What's up, buddy?
Yo!
What are you doing?
See, that monitor for some reason hasn't been working right. You have headphones there.
Okay. Oh, I got you. Is that better?
That's it.
That's it?
So that was the show. That was the show.
Cool.
Have you watched any of the podcasts? And you won't offend me if you haven't.
I watched a little bit.
So if I say, welcome to the ADHDan podcast, you'll know what to say?
No.
It goes where it goes.
Okay.
So I'll look and say that first, and then you can say it goes where it goes.
It goes where it goes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Welcome to the ADHDan podcast.
It goes where it goes.
That's it. That's the whole point.
Cool.
Because I didn't want like one main topic, because my brain doesn't work like that. It's all over the place.
Same.
Yeah.
Same here.
Uh-huh. So today I have Jason Letosky with me. Did you go
doing?
by Jay?
Jay, Chase, Chaz.
Okay.
Whatever.
Because I've just always called you Jason.
Yep. You can call me whatever you want, buddy.
Okay.
I'm being serious. Like all my friends call me Jazz, Chase, Jay,
Yeah.
Chase. I get all kinds of names.
Uh-huh.
Monkey's ass.
Monkey. I mean,
I get all kinds of names.
it happens.
It does.
A lot worse things you could be called. That's not too
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, because it's. I'm out there, so
Yeah. But I like it.
exactly.
But we met at AT&T.
Yes.
I was a sales rep. He came in just a customer.
Yes.
And I don't know. Like, I think we worked together once, and then he would just always come back in and hang out at the store.
Yeah. Yeah. If I needed some, you were the go-to guy.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like anybody there. Like I didn't talk to anybody there. I was like, "Where's Dan? He's off today. Oh, I'll come back."
Yeah.
That's how it went.
Well, see you later.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I still do that with some people there.
Yeah.
Like I don't talk to. The only person I talk to is Joe.
Okay.
If he's
Actually, he just subscribed to the channel. A couple
okay,
days.
yeah. So if I see him, then I talk to him. If he's not there, I'll come back.
Yeah, and he's management now. I think he's like assistant manager.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I can't remember who the manager is. I don't remember his
Tyler.
name. Tyler that's it.
Wentz.
Okay.
Wentz, maybe? But he does like radio stuff too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He used to.
Oh.
He was like a personality on Froggy and maybe Hot 100.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he'd go in like Sunday mornings and record his shows, like record just everything, and then they'd air them later, which is pretty cool.
Not know that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go see Joe.
Yeah.
That's all.
But
I
next
do.
time you're in there and you see Tyler, just be like, "Hey, give me a radio voice."
Okay.
He's good with the radio voice.
I'll do that. I'll do that next time I go in there.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Jason Letosky.
How you doing?
I have a tradition of giving people name plaques.
Okay.
Just so it's something for you to take with you. And I usually set it up front so the viewers know and they can remember your name.
Yeah, 100%.
So this is what I made for you.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
that
That's awesome.
check that out. You can, like I said, you can take it with you. You can hang it in your house. If it scares the kids or the wife, throw it away. I won't be offended.
No, that would be awesome.
You'll take that home and she'll say, what is this picture of Dan that you have in the house?
I'd be like, souvenir.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going right behind your pillow.
You're a hunter.
Yes.
You are really into archery.
Yes.
You're a fitness buff.
Sort of. Try to be.
You're a family man.
Yep. 2 kids.
You work.
I do.
What do you think, if you had to say that one thing defined you out of all of that?
Oh boy. That's tough, man. That is really tough. I'm thinking archery be number 2, family be number 1. Like I love my kids and my wife, so that would be number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Archery be number 2. Work is like last.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, hunting's probably number 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then the gym's probably number 4.
Yeah.
Or on the off season, it'd be gym number 3, hunting number 4.
Yeah. So hunting, what do you hunt? Like I said, you typically go with archery, right?
Yeah, I do. I go for deer, for archery. Deer, if I don't get one in the archery season, sometimes I go out for rifle season. But when I was in Missouri, I had a guy shoot my trees that I was in. Like
When was this?
I was 14.
Oh shit!
So I don't do rifle season.
That would
no
be enough
more.
to. Yeah,
I was
would be
12
done.
feet in the air, 13 feet. I was on the side of a mountain, so it was like 12, 13 feet in the air. I had the whole overview of the deer wanted to look at me. He had to look way up, like way up.
Mm-hmm.
So I was 12 feet, but technically about 40 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And the tree I was in, some idiot shot the tree. If I would have been sitting on the ground, I probably got shot in the chest.
Yeah.
Probably shot in the chest or shot in the torso area somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I said never again. Yeah.
So I mean,
we had private land.
oh,
It was all posted.
And did you find out who it was?
No, we did not know who it was.
Ooh.
I think it was the farm people next to us
Mm-hmm.
that did it. I didn't say anything to anybody.
Right.
I just let it go. I was
Yeah,
like,
but
I was like,
you almost died.
I was like, my mom ain't gonna give 2 shits. My stepdad ain't gonna get two farts.
Mm.
So what's the point?
So I mean,
He didn't come over and look either.
okay.
Like there was nobody that came over. It was like, oh, I shot your tree you were in.
Yeah.
So it was like,
Maybe you didn't even know you were there.
probably not. Like I said, I was 12 feet in the air, 13 feet.
But you said like your parents really wouldn't have cared. Like what?
No, my parents wouldn't. My dad was in Virginia.
Hmm.
My mom was there, but she was like, whatever.
Yeah.
Then my stepdad was like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so yeah, me and my mom don't have a good relationship at all.
Hmm.
Not at all. So yeah, she would be like, whatever. So he
Yeah.
said nobody came over and was like, hey, you have the tree you already got shot. Like,
Right.
like nobody came over and said
Yeah.
nothing. There was nobody even around.
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes sense. I heard a loud pop and I looked down and I'm like, oh, tree bark flying.
Uh-huh. So I mean, you don't have a great relationship with your mom.
No, I don't.
But like with your kids, the limited time that I've seen you with them, you seem like
Yeah, I mean,
You're-
I love my kids. Don't get me
you're
wrong.
great.
They're a handful sometimes. Any kids can be.
Mm-hmm.
So is a wife. Wife could be handful sometimes too.
we can be handfuls.
We also could be handfuls. I'm always a handful. Always. Like I'm
Hear that, Liz and
always-
Janelle? Yes.
I'm always a handful.
Uh-huh. We're admitting it. That's the first step.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I'm out there.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I mean, I love my kids. Like I said, I love my wife. I love my family.
Hmm.
Not my mom.
Yeah.
Not my cousins either.
Yeah.
No.
Sometimes I feel that you just need to cut ties.
Yeah, I haven't talked to my family in like very long time.
Hmm.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's basically just, don't bother me, I won't bother you type of deal.
Hmm.
Like, if I need you, I'll call you. But chances are, like, 1 out of a zillion, I won't need you.
Hmm.
So don't call me.
Right.
Don't bug me.
Right.
Yeah. I'm doing stuff.
Yeah. And I'm actually the same way, and this is kind of tough getting into this, but I'm the same way with like my side of the family. I think just for so long, my wife and I just listened to everything that they told us to do and how to do things and how to raise our kids. And we did that for so long that eventually we were just like, no, we need to do our own thing. And
I feel you.
just kind of need to separate, which is hard
Yep.
because people don't understand that if they're not in the situation. But yeah,
Exactly.
at this point, I just feel like my main priority is my kids. So
Yeah,
you
exactly.
need to protect that.
Exactly. Like I love my kids. Like I said, I'll do anything for them. Even though like we don't like 100% get along. Like we get along just fine. It's just that if they're like being rowdy, I'm trying to watch a TV show. I'm like, go do something else.
What I want to know is how many times they're trying to watch a TV show and you're being rowdy.
Oh, a lot. A lot.
I see that scenario happening a lot more.
Oh, yeah. It's like, and they'll be like yesterday, for example, I was like trying to watch Who Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah.
Old school stuff. And they were talking about something, and like I said, I can't remember because Aspergers don't remember too much. Mm-hmm. And I was like, so I hit pause. And I'm like, well, and then the wife goes, why did you hit pause? I said, I can't hear it or listen to it anyway. And I ain't paying attention to it because all you people are talking.
Mm-hmm. But then, so tell me if this happens to you, because what I'll do is I'll just turn the volume up to like 75. And then everybody says, Dad, why is the TV so loud?
I tried that. That don't work. They talk louder. So I just hit the pause button. Or I go into the living room and then I watch it there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I usually do. I'm just like, okay, they're being in here. I'm going to go over here and do this.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the movie Click with Adam Sandler?
Yes, I have.
Because we're talking about using the remote and then the family, and I thought, oh, if only you could mute them sometimes. But
oh, yeah, I try to mute everybody. I wish I had that thing 24/7, to be honest with you.
I don't know. That's tough. I don't know. I think I'd be scared to use a remote like that.
Not me.
You wouldn't?
Heck no.
Yeah, but don't.
Heck no,
the
man.
end of that movie makes me cry every time. I'm admitting that. I seriously, it's a full blown.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I don't remember it, but I remember seeing it. I don't remember the ending at all. I don't. I said Aspergers. Don't remember too much. But yeah, I mean, when I grew up, I was by myself, like one man show, forever.
So like no close family or friends,
No,
or
not at all. Like I moved around so much that my friends never made any.
Why did you move around so much?
That is hard to talk about, but I can talk about a little bit.
No, I mean
it's fine. I can talk about a little bit. Dad moved to different parts of the city in the different states, and I was young, so I had to go with him. Mm-hmm. So it was like we'd be at one school for so long, and then to another school for so long, and then to another school for so long, because I don't know if he transferred jobs or just didn't like the place he was in at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like one school to another school to another school to another school. So I didn't really make friends that often. And then when I went to Missouri to my mom, like I didn't have no friends there. I mean, it was a fire hall for a building for the school. I liked Warrensburg because I made a couple of friends there. And then again, we moved to another place called Warrensburg, had a couple of friends, a lot of friends actually. I was on the football team and everything, and then went to Leeton. Then went from from a big school, not a big school, but a medium-sized school to like 30 people in the whole, from kindergarten through 12th grade.
That was like my high school.
So I was like, so everybody hated me because I was from Virginia Beach.
Oh, and you were an outsider coming in.
Yeah, I wore surfing clothes, like 17th Street surf shop clothes and sandals and
what were they wearing? Like
cowboy
clothes?
boots, belt buckles, side of dinner plates, cowboy hats.
Yeah.
And
and this is nothing against anyone who wears cowboy.
Not at all. Not at all. Because I wear them sometimes.
I just don't want to get canceled.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding you.
I wear cowboy boots and stuff all the time. I go to Dewstoff's country store.
Right.
Then I go to the Tractor Supply store. So, I mean, yeah.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, nothing against cowboys. I mean, I grew up on a farm. So
yeah,
I know what you mean.
So then you went into that school and...
Yeah, I went in there with a proper attire. Like if I would have went there with boots, jeans, t-shirt, I'd been fitted right in. Mm-hmm. But going in with like Vanilla Ice into a country school, doesn't work too well.
Right. Right.
If that makes sense. Or going in like Snoop Dogg into a country school, it just doesn't look too good.
Right.
They're like, who are you? Why you dress this way? Why you act this way? Why do you do this thing that you do? And why aren't you like part of one of us?
Right.
So it's like an outsider, like you said.
Yeah.
Like an outsider.
So, but also you talked about having Aspergers.
Yes.
So at what point were you actually diagnosed with that? Or
oh, that's another good thing.
I'll be honest with you, and this is not... This is just my ignorance. Like, I don't know anything about it. The only thing I know about Asperger's I've learned from South Park.
Okay.
Which I'm sure isn't great,
it's,
but I'm admitting that.
It's 50-50. I mean, it's 50% yes and 50% no. With South Park. Asperger's, for me, is basically no social skills at all. Like, no picking up social cues. Like if somebody wants to, how you want to say it? If somebody wants to stop talking to you and end the conversation, you keep going. If they give you a look like a dirty look, you don't pick up on that. You just ignore it. Not really ignore it, but you don't realize it.
Right.
So you kind of like ignore it. Like basically like, so like for me, for example, like, if somebody's joking around and being like sarcastic, you don't realize it. You think they're deliberately being a jerk. And you don't understand, like, they're joking around, sarcastic. You take it seriously. Like, why are you being a jerk for? Why are you being an ass? You know what I mean? Sort of like that. Again, like, so cute. Like, you don't know when to shut up and when not to stop talking. It's like, so that's another thing that I do. Like, never shut up, never understand social cues. Like, never. Like, it's just weird. Like, as I said, it's hard to talk. It's hard to explain because everybody's different,
right?
And it's just like me. It's like if somebody's sarcastic, I don't understand it. If somebody's like trying to leave and they've been trying to go for 5 minutes, I still talk to them. If I see something that I like, I gotta touch it and mess with it. Like Walmart down the teddy bear aisle, all the Christmas stuff, make it all go on at one time. Like just touch everything and just push every button at one time and see what happens.
As far back as you can remember, have you always been like that? You just wanted to interact?
Like anything that has bells and whistles, make noises, interest me. That's why, like, arcades, oh man, that's my thing. It's like anything that makes a big loud noise or flashing really lights that I can win something on, like even in one ticket, I'm on it, dude.
Yeah.
I'm on it. I got to make that thing go.
Now, does Janelle have to keep you back from that sometimes?
Yes.
Just so...
I try to... People always tell me, act your age. Like you're...
I don't like that saying.
Like 41 going on 3. I've been 3 since I was born. Or 5. Like, I always got to tinker with stuff. Like, I just can't leave stuff alone, if that makes sense. Like if I'm in Walmart, it's like if we're going shopping, for example, like me and Janelle, we're going shopping. Like, I'll leave them and I'll go straight to the electronics section. And I'll be there for looking at the video games, or computers or anything electronics. And then it's like right over to the fishing, hunting section. And I'm like, then after those two things are done, I'm like, where's the wife and kids now? Because they didn't take long. So I got to like text her or call her and be like, where are you? What are you in? So now it's on a scavenger hunt to go find them. And that makes it more of a thrill. You
should get some AirTags and then just make them carry AirTags, and then you can always find them. Have you seen those yet?
I have not.
Oh, they're...
I have not seen
the
those.
Apple... They're these little, it's like a disc like this.
Oh.
You can connect it to your Apple devices and then track anything. So I wanted to buy one because I think that's awesome.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
My wife said, well, you don't lose anything, which I don't, knock on wood.
I lose everything.
But I put one in our TV remote because the kids always lose it down in the couch.
Okay.
So now I can just hit remote, play sound. I can hit find and it'll give me an arrow.
Oh, wow.
How to get to it.
Oh, wow.
You got to do it.
I need one on my car keys.
Yeah, they make like a keychain lanyard for
my
it.
wallet.
This episode needs to be sponsored by Apple.
It does. Because it's like, absolutely, I agree with you on that. Because it's like, I have Apple phone too. I went from Samsung to Apple. And it's like, yeah.
If you want to water, I have them down there.
Yeah, it's like, it's just really weird because it's like, I basically, it's like a game to me. Like, go find the kids. Where it's like laser tag without the lasers.
Yeah.
Like,
without the fun part.
Without the fun part. It's like, go find tag. Like, go find them. And so it's, if I'm in a store, it's look around. Like, if I go in a gun shop or the archery shop, I could be in there for hours.
Mm-hmm.
And the wife's like, you got 10 minutes. 10 minutes turned to 20 minutes. Then a text. And then 30 minutes later, another text. Then I'm leaving you. Here and going to
like
do
leaving
something.
For good or just the store?
Just leaving. Like I'm leaving you here. I'm gonna go do something else. I'll come back to pick you up.
That's awesome though that she's that understanding and
yeah,
that's
she
a special woman there.
There's a lot of stuff in the stores like with gun shops and archery stuff. There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot to look at.
Right.
And there's a lot that I want to get. And I'm like, ooh, that's a nice bow, or that's a nice quiver, or hey, that's a nice arrow.
Yeah.
Nice sight, rest, stabilizers.
Yeah.
And then, hey, my stuff come in yet? Like, and she's like, don't spend the money. 20 minutes there. Oh, I spent some money.
Oops, it slipped out of my hand.
Yep.
It
fell
went
on the
into
counter.
Cash register.
It fell on the counter.
I almost forgot. I usually play some lo-fi music during...
Oh.
It just kind of like sets a nice tone, I think.
Oh, 100%. I like this.
Yeah. And you said you don't smoke cigars, right?
I do not.
Okay.
I don't smoke cigars. I don't do any of that stuff. I mean, I don't... My friends vape. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
And they vape around me. I don't care. I don't get picky with that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Nah. Do you mind if I have a cigar?
Dude, you can do whatever you want.
Decent. Well, I mean, don't say that. I just got my medical marijuana card.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care about that either, buddy.
That's something that... Did you know I changed my middle name?
No, I did not.
Yeah. So here, we need to catch up here.
How do you change your middle name?
In Pennsylvania, it's a bitch.
I don't know. I thought it was a bitch altogether.
It took like 3 months to do it.
Wow.
First, you have to pay $100 to the courthouse prothonotary. Wow. Then you have to pay $50 to be fingerprinted at the prison. Then you have to pay, it's around $100 and some just to post it in 2 local newspapers.
Wow.
And then you have to go in front of a judge and he says yes or no.
Wow. So if he says no, then
you're out $300 and I think $60.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. But it was worth it. So my first name's Dan.
Yeah, I know
it's
that.
It's actually Daniel.
I know that.
So I changed my middle name to Juris.
Juris. Okay.
Dangerous.
Dangerous. That's funny.
You get that? Like
that's
legally.
Good.
And the first thing I did, I went and got my new license with the I needed the name on there.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But that was just kind of the first step for me. And you know what? I just don't care what other people think of me, and just like I just spent too long worrying about other people.
You only live once.
Yeah.
You only live once. Like, have fun. Like, I don't care what anybody thinks of me. If somebody see me on a regular basis, they'll be like, this dude's out of his mind.
Oh yeah. But I love it.
The stuff I do on a regular basis is like, out there. Like, nothing dangerous to a point. It's just that, like, ADHD.
Oh,
I have it.
Same here.
Aspergers, I have it. It's like a high functioning autism is basically what it is.
I was just talking with someone the other day about, I feel, and I apologize to anyone, not many people who are watching this, but whoever watches this.
Yes.
This is not meant to be offensive at all, but I feel that probably everyone is somewhat on the spectrum, but just to different degrees.
Yes.
And
I would agree with you on that. 100%.
Okay.
Everybody that I come across is like me, Asperger's, autism. The scale is from like 1 to like a zillion, basically. You could be number 1, you can't talk, you can't function, you can't do anything. And like me, I'm like probably 100 or 150. Can't remember nothing. I don't remember what I had for breakfast. Like, and then always hyper. Always going crazy. Like 100 miles a second, full speed, no brakes, like 4 hours of sleep, and you can get up and run a marathon. like, and then you're just like full blown every day, every second, gone. Like doing stuff.
do you ever wish that you could turn that off?
I do. Yes. I'm not even going to joke and say I can't. I wish I could. On some days and some days not. If that makes sense. Like if I have a lot of stuff to do that day,
then use it in your favor.
I want it to be 100% gold. If it's like I have nothing to do, 0.
Yeah.
Turn it down. Because it's like I'll be playing video games. Like for like that's the only thing that really calms me down is video games and archery. Watching TV, I get bored with it. The moment I can watch a show like for hours, like Hulu is anyway, because it's entertaining. Like if
and it's almost interactive.
Exactly. If you put on like the wife's gonna kill me, like the Golden Girls, dude, I can't fall asleep to that. Like the song wakes me up. She wants to watch it at nighttime. I have to have a war movie on. I need guns, machine guns, explosives. I need like.
So you need the exact opposite of ASMR to fall asleep.
Yes.
Instead of like soft whispering, you need like.
I need like a full blown Vietnam War going on.
It's nuts.
And my buddy's like, if you ever went to war, you'd be sleeping through it. So, there's Jay in a tank. He's sleeping. He should be firing a gun, but he's sleeping. That's what my buddy says all the time. Like, I don't know. It's just something about the war movies, man. They put me to sleep.
Yeah.
And then like Civil War, like movies put me to sleep.
Yeah.
And I'm out in like 5 minutes. Like the wife would tell you, as soon as my head hits the pillow, I'm pretty much snoring.
I'm kind of the same way if you would ask my kids with Star Wars movies. Because I've watched all of them. I love all of them. I mean, episode 1, still, no, I don't like that. But now that I've seen all of them, anytime we turn one on, within 5 minutes, I'm out on the floor. Like, just something. I don't know.
Like John Wick is one of my favorite movies. Everybody hates Keanu Reeves. I love the dude. I think he's awesome. Everybody's like, oh, he sucks as an actor. And I said, hey, when John Wick 4 comes in the movie theater, I'm going to go see it. And the wife goes, well, I don't want to pay $10 to sleep through it. Because I slept through the third one. I slept through the second one.
New Matrix?
Oh, I know.
I'm pumped about that.
I'm pumped about that, too.
Let's go see it. When is it out?
I don't know. I don't have my phone on me, so I can't even Google it.
You don't have your phone?
It's in the truck.
Oh.
I don't.
How do you do that?
Dude, watch.
Here, let's ask. When is the new Matrix movie coming out?
I think it's like soon, like this week or something.
December 22nd.
Yeah, I knew it was something like that.
But I almost feel like I need to devote a day to watch all of them.
I know.
Because we did that with Star Wars, with, I don't know, a few of those.
I did. I saw the new Halloween movie, Kills. It was okay.
Yeah.
It was okay. It was okay.
No spoilers, but Ghostbusters.
You haven't seen it yet.
Okay, I no.
I haven't seen it yet either. Everybody keeps talking about how good it is. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about it.
No.
The original one was good.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters 2 was good.
Uh-huh.
The original back in the 80s, I believe.
And then the one with all women.
I didn't see that.
I went into that very, like, I just wanted to hate it because I grew up on the originals.
Ghostbusters were women?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, I think I have the DVD.
I did not know that.
Yeah. It had, like, people from Saturday Night Live, Jenny McCarthy, or not Jenny McCarthy.
I don't remember her either.
Do you don't remember Jenny McCarthy? She was like a model back in...
Oh, yes. I do remember her.
And I think she was with Jim Carrey for a while.
She was. Then she went to MTV. Mm-hmm. And did a TV show.
Oh, Singled Out.
Singled Out.
I think that's what started her.
That's what...
So you know...
it takes a little
Jenny
bit.
McCarthy. No, what's the girl's name who's in Ghostbusters?
I don't remember. I haven't seen it.
She was in Identity Theft.
Trying to think here.
This is going down a wormhole.
Yeah, don't worry about
whatever.
it. Yeah, I can't think of it. It's as if there was all four. I didn't know there was 4 of them. I didn't know.
Yeah. So, yeah, but Ghostbusters, movies in general.
Yeah. I fall asleep through certain ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like action-packed war movies, I'm out.
What about 1917?
That's a good movie. I could fall asleep to that if I really wanted to.
Yeah, but that's just a work of art.
It is.
So
That's a good movie. Like 1917 was like World War One.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a good movie. Like my favorite ones are World War II
Okay.
and Civil War. Those are my 2 favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have you ever listened to Angels and Airwaves?
I have not.
So it was the guitarist from Blink-182, Tom DeLonge. He started like a kind of more spacey. That's the only way I can think to describe it. Still kind of rock music, but kind of spacey with some synth and stuff. They made a movie, and the movie was kind of a cross between 2001 Space Odyssey and the Civil War.
Okay.
And it like has them kind of cross paths in a weird way.
Link. I want to go and watch that. You have to send me the thing.
I'm trying to think. Sorry, I thought I had it right up there on my shelf.
You're good, buddy. You're good. I thought, like, Blink-182 is a good band.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good band. It's like, I'm in country music more than anything. Like everybody's like, country music sucks. I'm like, no, don't, bro.
Like old or new country or all of it?
All of it. Like all of it. Like everybody keeps telling me how, country's horrible. It's all you lose your wife, you lose your dog, and
going fishing in my big truck.
And that's all country music is about. No, not even close.
Mm-hmm.
Like no, not even close.
Huh.
You have to listen to it, not hear it.
That's deep.
That's
deep.
To it, not hear it. So.
You gotta feel it. You got in your bones.
Exactly, not just hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can hear like hunting, fishing, and loving every day. That's pretty much me. That's what I like to do. Fishing's boring.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it is because I don't have patience. It's like catfishing. My stepdad used to say, "Throw it out there, let it sit, see what happens." I throw it out there, 2 seconds, reel it in.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you can't catfish this way. I said, well, if I hook them, I will.
Yeah.
On the way in.
I don't mind going with people while they fish and just kind of sitting and hanging out, doing whatever, but I can't. And I don't like to eat fish either, so...
Oh, I love fish.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always just say, I lobstered and I never found her.
That could be a line in a country song.
It could be.
That's Jason's new country song that's coming out next week.
Exactly.
Yep.
Like, I watch Duck Dynasty a lot.
Yeah.
Like, Side's my favorite one.
So you told me to watch some episodes, and I have to admit, I didn't think we would be recording this soon at first, so I have not watched any.
Oh, you're good.
Tell me.
Oh man, like, psychology is really good. Like just a scientific, but it's called psychology. It's when he makes up his own words and does his own thing, and that's what I do pretty much 99.9% of the time.
Right.
I do my own thing. Like, I don't have to go with the flow. I go with, like, if everybody's going upstream, I'm going downstream. They're gonna head-on collision.
Yeah.
And if people are going right, I'm going left.
Yeah.
And I don't go with the flow, if you want to call it that. I make my own flow. Sometimes I go diagonal, like left and right when you're going up or down. So it's just that's what I mean. Like I do stuff totally different. Like basically, like, the stuff I do is out there. Like Cy. If you watch Cy Robinson, that's how I am. Like, I can't remember if it was last week or 2 weeks ago. I don't remember. But I remember I was at Walmart with the wife and the kids, and there was a horse and buggy over parked. And I was like, there's a horse and buggy, like, over, like, way beyond.
In Walmart?
It was at Walmart. It was at Walmart parking lot in Somerset.
Okay.
In Somerset, it was a horse and buggy way in the back row. And I was like, what the heck is a horse and buggy doing in Walmart? It threw me off for a minute. Then I saw the guy inside Walmart in the aisle with his pants and shirt on. And I said, hey, buddy, I have a question for you. He goes, he didn't say anything. He looked at me. I said, how many horses that thing got? How many horses that thing got out there? I don't know if he heard me or he just looked at me like, what are you talking about? I'm like, how many horses that thing got there? Like mine has 365 horses in it. My truck, how many horses your thing got? And I don't think he caught it. Or because the wife, because he kept walking.
That's hilarious.
And then I went and found the wife, and I was going to tell her about it, but he didn't answer me. Or he didn't look at me, so I was like, don't say nothing. Like, pretend it happened.
So, okay, I'm thinking there were two scenarios. Either one, he had no idea what you were talking about.
Probably not.
Or two, there's a slight possibility he gets that a lot.
Probably that too. Because he didn't look at me. He didn't say nothing. He kept on moving.
Another one of these guys.
And I was like, okay, fine, whatever. Like, it is what it is. So, like, that's what I mean. Like, that's how I'm out there. Like, I do stuff, like off the wall. Like, nobody expects it. They just, bleh. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like,
and you just, like, the filter.
Yeah. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah.
There's no filter. So, like, if I'm, like shooting archery, for example, like, in the league, 3 years ago, actually, everybody had their targets up and down, left and right. I went diagonal. I said, that's the way I'm shooting right now. That's the way I feel. I'm going diagonal.
Yeah.
I took the whole
go with it.
I took the whole bill up. I went from left to right, like at an angle, like a 90-degree angle. Everybody's like, what the hell is he doing over there? Like, why is he shooting that way? I said, well, I can't hit the backside of a barn right now, so what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, who cares how my target is?
Right.
Up, down, left, right. I can't hit it anyway. I'm not doing too good, so I might as well just make it how I feel like it.
Have fun and just
have fun with
go with it.
Everybody takes stuff way too serious, man. I don't. That's what I mean. I don't take nothing too serious.
I think that's a huge problem with everyone today, and psychologically there are so many issues. Social media just
I don't take nothing too serious. And like I said, like I don't do funerals. And everybody's like, why don't you do funerals? I have Aspergers. I laugh at them. Like,
will you go to mine? Not saying I'm gonna die, but I want you to go and just laugh.
I probably will.
And just be like, this guy, I was at his house and I don't know, something funny.
I do laugh at them. Like, I laughed when my grandma died. Like, everybody was going home booing and crying and being, like, sad. And my family's like, come over and sit beside us. I'm like, y'all are too emotionality for me. Like, I'm going to sit right where I'm at. I'm like in the back row, cracking up. Like, somebody telling me jokes.
Is it something, and you might not even know the answer to this, but do you think that, like, the situation, it's a way for you to kind of feel better about the situation, or do you think you don't have control?
I don't have control of it. It's something that comes over my body that I have no control over, man. I don't know if it's not a good thing, like, to be laughing at people's funerals, when everybody's sad and crying and stuff like that. I just basically just sit back, listen to my music. Like, I had, like, headphones in at my grandma's funeral, doing, like, when everybody went down to eat. Like, I kept to myself.
Like the dinner thing?
Yeah, like the dinner thing, I kept to myself. I didn't sit with anybody, I didn't talk to anybody, I just sat with myself. And then my mom and then Robbie, my cousin, was like, sit with us. So I did, but I still didn't eat nothing. And then I was like, I gotta go. Like, I'm leaving. And everybody's like, well, okay, fine, like, nice seeing you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I give thumbs up to everything. Like, this thumbs up. Like, we're good. Instead of saying someone, just give a thumbs up. It's weird. It is. Even at work, I do thumbs up.
No. I mean, if that's your thing.
It is. And that's another thing. Like, Aspergers, you don't really know what you're doing. It's basically somebody, like a robot controlling you.
Yeah.
Like your mouth, your emotions, your brain. It's like an alien living inside you. It's basically how you would say it. You're not yourself, but you are yourself. You're unique.
Right.
You're just unique, so everything is different. Like, when you don't say it to people, don't say this to people. Like, don't go up to the guy and ask him how many horses are in his on his wagon.
Why not?
That's what I said. And then, one Duck Dynasty episode. They do this Christmas thing with a duck call. So they make duck calls. They all have duck calls. That's what they do for a living. They make duck calls. So I took my duck call in the Starbucks, started blowing around like a crazy person.
Oh. Why don't you have your own YouTube channel?
I don't know. It's like, I should, like the Life of Jay. So I took my duck call and I did jingle bells with my duck call inside Starbucks. And then I blew my duck call at people walking into the parking lot. Or through the parking lot. Or into the store, I'd make duck calls.
Yeah.
And they're like, why are you doing that for? Like, why are you making a duck call to these people? I don't know. It's something to do.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's all about having fun, man. That's how I roll. It's like fun everything. It's like duck calls to people. Duck calls in Starbucks. Duck calls. If I could do it in the mall, I would.
Do you have your duck call in the truck?
I don't know. That's a good question. It might be in the car. Like, it's like Willie says, you're the uncle that nobody wants to see or talk to, and he's here. So that's why I am. Like, I'm the uncle that nobody wants to see or talk to because he's so out there.
Yeah.
Like, he has his own lingo, his own words. Like I'll say something, and the wife would be like, no, and she'll correct me on the saying, and I'd be like, that's what I said. Like I'll say Pacific, and she's like, no, it's Pacific. I'd be like, that's what I said.
Right. Because to you, I mean, that's just...
Yeah.
You're not hearing a difference.
I'm not. And like when people say like soda or Coke, I say sody water sometimes. Like sody water, and we're like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like, what's sody water? Like, it's another name for soda pop.
Yeah.
Or soda. And they're like, what is that? Like, that's mountain talk.
Yeah.
That's a whole different language. That's a whole different down the rabbit hole.
But you said, you were saying that it's an issue, like not being able to turn it off sometimes, and how you wish you could just do that. Are there other things that kind of hinder you, or that just are difficult for you? Have people treated you differently? How?
100%. 100%. People treat me different all the time. Like yesterday at the gym, we were lifting weights, and I was talking about the Lancaster tournament that I'm coming up in archery on the 27th through the 30th. 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the end of the January. And I was telling my trainer / friend that I work out with, and there was another girl that he trains with her named Heather, and she was laughing because I was talking to him about this tournament, and he wasn't paying attention. And then she started like, all you've been doing is this since you got here instead of lifting weights. And I'm like, well, yeah, I know. It's what I do.
Right.
Like, I'm more focused on that than I am the gym, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I have less than a month to prepare. And it's a big shoot.
Right.
Like, there's 1,500 people there or more.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a huge tournament. It's like the biggest one of the year for spot shooting.
And you're saying your brain is just laser focused on that
100%. Like when I leave, like when this is done and everything's over and the day's over, before the day's over, I'll go shoot archery for 2-3 hours. And maybe I won't even go to the gym. Maybe I'll just go to archery. There's just stuff like I'm trying to shoot every day of the week for hours on end, but sometimes I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I can't. It just all depends on the day.
Yeah.
But I'm focused on that a lot. Like with autism, with me, it's everybody has autism in their focus. Like my autism is getting perfect on everything you do. Like mastering a skill, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like 4 years ago, when I met my buddy Rick, I didn't know nothing about archery. Didn't know anything about archery. And then all of a sudden he was like, and I wanted to do it. Like in tennis, I wanted to be a pro in tennis. Didn't get there.
I remember that. I
wanted to be a pro in tennis, and I was like all focused about tennis. So I got my serve to 120 miles an hour. And your average tennis player doesn't serve 120 miles an hour. Like you go out to Roxbury or out to anybody in the area and be like, hey, how fast is your serve? Can I clock you? It's between 60 and 90. Mm-hmm. I had to 120. Like that's what I mean. I focused on it so much to get that speed up there. And then I got tired of it, so I was like, over, done.
Yeah.
And that's one thing about me. I just stop. When it gets,
that's me.
I stop.
That's me.
Just done.
Because I've just always, I put myself down for a long time because I wouldn't stick with things. I would get into golf. I would get into skateboarding in my early years. I would get into the band thing. And I was like, if I would just stick with one thing, I'd be a professional. But recently I started thinking, that just makes me really well-rounded. Why do anything if you're not going to give it 100% that's just, why do anything half-assed? But then also, whenever it stops making you happy or you're not enjoying it anymore, why keep doing it?
Exactly. It's like tennis. I'm like, I ain't going to go anywhere with this. I can't go pro. I'm too old. I'm too whatever. There's a million reasons.
Right.
Too old, too heavy, too slow, too not quick enough. There's a billion reasons why you can't go pro. So it's like, I ain't gonna get there. Give it up. Then my buddy was like, try archery. And I was like, okay, I'll try archery. And then I was like, first time shooting a bow, he was like, you suck. I've never done it before. You suck horribly. So then he tried teaching me, and then it wasn't working because he was teaching me his way, not the way I need to be taught.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll do it my way and teach myself. And now I got really good like at it, and it's like, and I'm trying to teach my other buddies how to do it, but they want to do it their way. Like they want to, like I'll get their bow set up perfect for them with the weight, the stabilizers, the holding still, then they'll change it. And I'm like, okay, that's fine, whatever. You do your thing, you do what you want to do.
Just like you're doing your own thing.
And I'm doing my own thing. It's just so everybody has their own thing, but me, it's like one thing has to zero in. Like I got to zero in something. Like for example, like my other, like I left my job to go to another job, and then he was like, "Man, like I'm gonna put you in the zero turn Olympics because the way you handle a zero turn, the mower, like that's the best it looked in 5 years, like ever." Because I mastered it. Like, that's what I mean. Like, I have to master everything. Mm-hmm. If I don't master it, it's a complete 100% failure. I can't be just good. I have to master it. Then when you master it, it's move on. There's something you can master. Mm-hmm. So it could be like archery. When you master that, I can be like, okay, I'm going to master in guns. Be the best shooter out there. Like Top Shot. Then it's be like master that and be like, I'm going to master skateboarding, for example. So you're going to be the best skateboarder like Tony Hawk. Be the best you can be. Master that. Then you go crochet. You go to crochet and try to...
Whatever.
Or whatever it could be and try to master that. And that's what I mean. That's what I wish I could turn off. And just be an average Joe. You don't have to master the skills and then leave. Because that's what's horrible about it. It's like, once you master it, you why stop? You just master it. Why give it up? Like, you mastered it. Now keep going. Like, keep doing it. But I don't. Mm-hmm. I just stop. Done. I'm just like, that sucks. But as my brain sets, you master it, move on, something else. Mm-hmm. So it's like, and it's like the newest bow out there, the RX-7. I want one. Mm-hmm. They're $1,599 plus tax with nothing on it. And so the wife's like, you're not paying $1,600 for a bow you already have. But it's a new bow.
Yeah.
So and that's what I mean. People, not everybody, but some people have to have the newest, best thing out there. Mm-hmm. I'm sort of one of them, but not one of them. I'm okay with what I have. I'm okay with what I got. But I'm always looking to upgrade to get me to the next level on everything.
Right.
But that's what I mean. It could be costly too. It could be costly and it could take time.
Yeah.
But I'm always trying to upgrade to the next best thing. And the wife asked me one time, she goes, if you're always upgrading to the next best thing, what about me? You're going to leave me for the next best thing out there? And I said, no, not at all. Without you, I wouldn't have anything. Mm-hmm. Without her, I wouldn't have nothing.
Yeah.
Like without her, I would be miserable. Mm-hmm. So no, I'm happy right where I'm at with her and the kids. Mm-hmm. So I don't need to upgrade them for anything.
Well, how long have you been with her?
Since I was 16.
How old are you now?
41.
Okay.
So then, like, I say forever.
Yeah.
That's what I say, but she's like...
I met my wife, I think we were both 15 or 16, so...
I was 16, got married at the age of 22, has my daughter when she was, 8 months later?
Yeah.
So I was 23 when I had her.
Yeah. So it's cool, I think, because I had kids young, too. And I mean, it was scary as hell, but...
22, you're still young? Mm-hmm. I'm like, and what are you going to do with your life?
Well, I think at 23, I think we had 3 kids at that point.
Oh, wow.
And then we waited until, well, I say we waited like we planned any of them. But our 4th was born when I was 26, and it's like most of my friends didn't even have one yet. Here I am with like a whole basketball team.
Yeah. So I mean, I like church. I haven't been in church for a while, because it's like archery 3D shoots on Sundays, either local or far away. So I'm there, and I see people from my church. and I don't say nothing bad about church people. There's nothing you can really say about them. Some are true hardcore Christian, and some are flaky as a breadcrumb.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
and in the church I go to, there's 50-50. So every church has it. Yeah, so it's just that. So everybody's like, I want to go back to my church, but it's like at the part of time I don't want to go back. So it's 50-50. Like I said, it's like I want to go, but don't go.
Yeah.
Because I don't want them to. I have tattoos, and when I got this one on my arm, they were like, "What? Why did you get that one for? Like that's evil. Like that's not Christian at all." Well, I like it. It's Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, and
the TV show.
I think the best response for that is, well, thanks for your opinion, but God is my judge.
Exactly.
I think that's my problem with church. Well, and you say just the few bad ones, the flaky ones.
Yes.
I judge the whole church off of those flaky ones, and even some of the really devout ones, they don't focus enough on love and acceptance. It's more, well, God tells me that is wrong, so.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. 100%.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's what I mean. It's like I want to go, but I don't want to go. So I don't go. Because the autism and the Aspergers kicks in and says, you're not going today.
Mm-hmm.
Like I woke up 3 weeks ago, like I'm going to go to church. You have COVID, you can't go. And then I was like, okay. And then before even that, it was like, I'm going to go to church. And then Sunday, I'm like, I'm going to go shoot archery instead. That's what I mean. It's there with me. There's always a constant battle of do the right thing, do the wrong thing. Basically, like, you're gonna put this time into here, and not so much time into here. Like it's just really weird. That's what I mean. It's hard to explain. It's like.
Do you think that? So, if you choose archery over church, which one do you think is the right thing, and which one's the wrong thing?
To me, archery is the right thing, and church is the wrong thing.
Yeah.
But to my buddies, it's archery is the wrong thing, and church is the right thing.
Right.
Because the guy I live with goes to church, and he's like, "Well, you got to make time for God." I'm like,
"You could make time for God while you're out there shooting arrows."
Exactly. That's what I mean. I don't have to go to a building to make time for God.
Right.
And that's what throws me off. Like, that makes me not want to go to the church building. I'm like, I can make time for God watching TV, playing video games at home.
Right.
Or archery, or work, or playing pool, or whatever.
That's it.
I don't have to be in a building to say, this is my God time.
Right.
And that's what I mean. That's why I don't like it. But hey, if you love church, go for it.
Right. I mean, I think whatever works for you,
go for it.
Just
yep, exactly.
It's just difficult, and this is speaking for, I feel, every religion, belief, whatever.
100%.
I think just, not everyone's going to believe the same thing, so just don't be a dick.
Exactly. That's it.
Just love people.
Exactly. That's just it. Like, I don't have nothing against anybody. I'm out there as far as you can. I'm out there past Pluto. If you see him on a regular basis, this guy's out of his mind.
Which Pluto is, I still think it's a planet.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I would 100% agree with you.
Yeah. Fight me, scientists.
Yeah, don't judge the Pluto because it's smaller than the rest of us.
Right.
No. Hey, small comes in big packages, my friend.
Yeah. It's not the size of the ship.
Exactly. Pluto's a planet.
It's the size of the planet.
Exactly. Planet's a Pluto. Like, Pluto is a planet.
Yeah.
That's just all and be all. It's still a planet.
Right.
But yeah, I'm past that. If you see me on a regular basis, you'd be like, this dude's out of his mind. Like I'm going, like at work, for example, in the summertime, I'm taking that zero turn where you won't even think about taking a zero turn. like, why the heck is he doing that? Like, old job, I tried jumping a 0 turn. like the stuff I do, it's not dangerous, but it's fun. Like I like to have fun. Like I took an equinox one time. This is down the rabbit hole again, but it's not that far. I went money.
You can keep telling that story. I'm gonna switch this battery, but I'll be able to hear you.
Okay, I went moneying, and it's something that you couldn't go moneying in, if that makes sense. An SUV called an Equinox. You're not supposed to go moneying in an Equinox.
Like a Chevy Equinox?
Yeah, like a Chevy Equinox. You're not supposed to go moneying in a Chevy Equinox. Well, I took that Chevy Equinox where you couldn't even take a Bigfoot, like monster truck. I had grass and mud that was in, like, literally up to the top of the roof. like it's not supposed to be that way. Like, I took that Equinox like through Christmas trees, like in the forest. like anything I saw a dirt hill or a dirt road, I was on it. I don't care what the terrain was. I was like, if I lose a muffler, so be it. If I didn't, so be it. If I keep the hole underneath the SUV in, I don't care.
Did you own it, rent it, or
I owned it. Like, it was I don't make payments on it. Then back to my mom again. The reason why I don't like her, she was never there for me when I was a kid. Like I said, it's you have a lot of editing to do.
No, that's what I love about it, because it's the ADHDan podcast.
Exactly.
It goes where it goes.
Exactly.
It's
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, so my mom was never there for me when I was a kid. Like, my dad and mom got divorced when I was 3. So it was so that's why I'm going to the Equinox. So my mom was like, I'll help you make the payments. I was working at the time. I think I was at, I don't remember. I can't remember what job I was at. I was making like 20 hours a week. And she said, no, we'll make the payments for it. Just help you out when you can. I said, okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's cool. Whatever. So like 2 months went by, and I thought they made 2 months payments. Another month went by. They were knocking on my door to repossess it. And I said, oh, you're here for my Equinox? They're like, yeah, we got to take it. I'm like, well, you can have it. I ain't going to fight you with it. Just let me get my stuff out of it. Because it was full of stuff. Like my own personal stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. And then, so I owe like 20 grand on this thing. I took money every day. and beat the piss out of it. I still like 20 grand on it. So they sold it for like $3,000 because it was shot the hell and back. And they were like, so you owe us $17,000 still for the Equinox. And then and that's why right then and there, I was like, I'm done with her. Like, I'm done with her. And then time went on.
And she didn't contact you to say, hey, I haven't been able to make payments?
Zero.
Wow.
Like, no phone call at all. And then years went by, and I started talking to her again. And started, like, that's my mom. Do the right thing. And then she always screwed me over. Somehow, some way, always had to screw me over. And then I was like, okay, that's just how your mom is. And I was like, well, then I got my truck. And then I was at the dealership, and I was like, hey, Mom, I'm working a job. So I was working. Can you do a monthly payment? She goes, I'll give you $250 a month for the truck. I'm your mom. I'll do that. Last 3 months, she backed out of it. All 3 months again. I mean, I still make my truck payment. I mean, I still have a job. But like I said, it's just that, why say you're going to do something and not go through with it? And that's what hurts me the most, is when people tell me they're going to do something, don't go through with it.
Because your nature is to do whatever you're doing 100%. So you kind of expect that from people.
Exactly. That's what I mean. It's like if I say I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there. If I'm going to give you the shirt off my back, I'm literally going to give you a shirt off my back.
You gave me a watch.
That's what I mean. I gave you a watch. Like I said, I was going to pitch it. And that's what I mean. And like, if you say you're going to do something, stick through it. And my mom was like, in October, I can't help you. November, I can't help you. December, I can't help you. And I'm like, that's it. I'm done with her. And so I said, I'm over it. So I blocked her. I blocked her off my call list. She called me. I blocked her. I'm not answering it. And I probably never talk to her again. And I'm happy with it. Because now it's a big, giant weight lifted off my shoulders.
Yeah.
So it's... Everybody's like, oh, you're horrible, and you're this, and you're this. Well, she disowned me when I was 3. Like, she had nothing to do with me when I was 3 years old.
Right.
Till I was 22. Or even when I was even in Missouri with her for 2 years before I moved back here. She had nothing to do with me. So, yeah. So, I'm like, wow. Like, I was there living with her, but she didn't care.
Right. So, why
I think it was for the tax money. I think she wanted me to go there for tax money, is what I think.
So I think you, from an early age, you thought, why am I going to invest the time and the effort into a relationship when you know you're not going to be able to master that, like you're saying? Exactly. So
that's why I said I'm done. I was like, I tried from 3 years old to now, 41, and I was like, I'm done. And that's what I mean. I give up. So I blocked her. I said, don't worry about Christmas, don't worry about holidays, don't worry about seeing me ever again. I'm done with you. Don't call me, don't text me, don't visit. I don't care if you died tomorrow. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I'm done with you. Like, and that's what I did with my family. Don't bother with me. I won't bother with you. And if you need something, don't reach out to me. Because I'm not going to reach out to you. And that's what I mean. Like, that's how my brain works.
Yeah.
It's like I'm all about second chances and third chances and 5 chances and 10 chances, but every time you pretty much screw me over, you know what I mean, bud? Like, the chances go away, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, 20 times you screw me over, then I'm going to start to get pissed off a little bit. You know what I mean? So that's what she did to me. Like, not just once, throughout my whole life.
Yeah.
My whole family did it. So that's what I mean. So I just like, whatever. Done. Finished. So
I mean, for me it's a little different, and this is something that like I just it's tough because I want to talk about like the issues from when I was younger and things, but it's hard because I don't want people to think I'm talking negatively. It's just I'm kind of just stating the facts, what happened. Exactly. But I mean, I always knew that there were questions from when I was younger, like from when I was born until like 3, 4, 5 years old. My memory is kind of foggy. I remember certain things, but over the past couple years, I found out that there's kind of a dispute between two parts of my family. The one side says that my mom gave me away when I was a kid, and I went and lived with my great-grandmother. But my mom denies that and says that I was kidnapped from her. So it's like I tried to reach out to people for answers, and I don't know. And that's something that, psychologically, I think I'm just finally, over the past 2 years, been kind of unpacking and really dealing with some of that emotion. But yeah, it's crazy stuff.
100%.
How that sticks with you.
I don't remember anything from when I was childhood. I remember I was 3 years old and my mom and dad were 2 separate areas. And that's all I remember. Like I said before, I don't remember even having for breakfast. Yeah. Like everybody's like, how do you not remember that? Like, hello, like my brain runs 1,000,000 miles a minute. Yeah. Every day.
So, I mean, from, let's say 7 a.m. was breakfast, until like 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
At 1,000,000 miles a second, you're.
That's what I mean. That's what I said.
You're farther away than Pluto, like you said. That's...
Exactly. It's like I got home from work, and it was a slow day. I can talk about it. I don't
Today?
care. Yeah, today was a slow day. Took soccer nets, put them in the white shed.
You work out of high school. We won't say the name of the high school.
Yeah,
but...
I work at a high school. And it was pretty calm, slow day. Wasn't too much going on, but kept you busy. Like I helped my coworker with tables and boxes and stuff, and got done doing that. Looked for ice, 50 degrees. I don't care. I'll still go look for ice. Give me something to do, and then and then go do other stuff. So it was pretty much a slow, calm day. And then when I got home, it's like, oh, that's 11:15. Shower, like, get ready, like, do something. and then the dog jumped on me, knocked me over almost. Then I couldn't find my shoes. They're like, where's my shirt? Can't find my shirt that I wanted to wear. I'm like, this is horrible. Where are my keys? Can't find my keys. Get the spare key. Wallet. Don't know where wallet's at. Can't find it either. That's what I mean. Like, so I have my spare key.
AirTags.
I had my spare key instead of my regular keys. I said, hey, Savannah, you have to let me in when you get home.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'll call you.
Yeah.
See him at the door. It's like, but it's like that every second of the day.
Have you ever? And I know this is kind of like a questionable topic, but
yeah.
Have you ever thought about asking a doctor or anyone about medicinal marijuana, like an indica, to kind of?
I have not.
Bring you down, because I know like a sativa will.
Oh.
That's like your typical high, but indica. Actually, somebody gave me an awesome way to remember it. Indica sounds like indicouch.
Okay.
Indicouch, indica. So
I know what you're saying.
But it's just something that maybe you could do and just kind of like take some of that off. And I feel like I just want to be a huge advocate for it.
Yeah.
Because
never really tried it.
I've only had my card for a week, but I smoked a number of times before that.
Yeah,
but
me too.
It's just I see so many benefits to it, not only physically, mentally, but also financially as an economy, and it's natural.
It is. That's what I mean. Like, I thought about it a couple of times, like getting my medical one. Like the wife wants it too. Like me and the wife both want her. Like she wants it more than I do.
And
yeah,
wife, if you don't want this part in here, you let me know. We'll cut that.
Exactly. Like the wife wants her medical marijuana card. She's been asking a lot of people about it, and I don't. The only thing I would use it for is, like you said, is in the couch. Mm-hmm. Just to slow my brain down a little bit.
And that's a big misconception, because I think a lot of people just look at it and they're like, this is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. And there are different strains of it that you can help you with certain things. Like if you need to rest, you need to clear your mind.
I can use that in the couch a lot.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm doing archery. Like it's like,
well, I don't know if you want to be doing that and shooting arrows.
Look, please.
We don't advocate for that around here.
No, don't do that. Like, there's a club that I want to join for archery, where they actually do drink beer and shoot arrows. I'm not gonna say the name of the club. But,
as long as you're not shooting them straight up in the air like grown-ups.
I never been there. But they want me to. They said you could maybe join the team. Mm-hmm. I said alcohol and arrows. I'm gold. Like, no thanks.
I mean, it sounds like you like to live on the edge with a lot of things, but that's
like alcohol and guns. Don't mix.
No.
Don't mix those. Don't mix alcohol and guns.
No.
I've seen so many disasters with that. Mm-hmm. Like people like doing that, and it's wrong. That is wrong. That is wrong.
Yes.
Like don't do beer and guns.
Well, and even back to medicinal marijuana, I think that there is a time and a place. You can't just walk around all day like
like stoned.
Right.
Yeah.
I think, but there are certain people who like a beer after work.
Exactly.
Just kind of relax.
Now that I can agree with. Like, 'cause I don't drink beer, but my buddy does. So hard long day, pop a beer, pop 2 beers, drink them.
Yeah.
Have a fire, drink some beer.
Mm-hmm.
There's a time and place for everything, and like I said, like marijuana and archery, no.
Mm-hmm.
Beer and guns, no. Beer and archery, no. That's not a time and place for that.
And I mean, all of these things can be abused too. I'm not talking about abusing. I'm saying using
the,
moderately.
Exactly.
Like, you're not going to go and get a bottle of Percocets from, well, I almost said a pharmacy name, but from the pharmacy and just be like, you take them when you need them.
Exactly. That's what you do with everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I do with everything. Like, if I have a toothache, Advil.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a toothache, Aleve. If I don't have anything hurting, don't take nothing.
Yeah, and if your mind is running and you need to
slow it down,
slow down a little bit, that would
take something. And if it's not that bad, then don't take it.
Yeah, I would say if you would consider doing it, just a disclaimer, I would say maybe just contact your doctor and just say, hey, this is what I'm looking into. What do you think?
I think the doctor would probably be like, I can see that beneficial for you, because she knows I'm ADHD. She knows I have Aspergers. She knows I run 1,000,000 miles a minute throughout the day. Like, for example, like last night. Last night, I can remember what we did last night. I can remember what we did this yesterday. That's what I mean. That's how bad it is.
Mm-hmm.
Worked. Got off at 11.
Marijuana won't help with memory.
No.
So
it's like get off at 11. Shower, change. Shoot the bow. Thought my bow was gonna explode. Go to I'll say the name, the archery zone, because that's a good place to go.
There you go. Not sponsored by the archery zone.
Not sponsored by the archery zone, but
could be.
Could be. Exactly. Could be.
Now, how often would you say? Because you said you don't really pick up on social cues.
No, not at all.
But
sarcasm.
Can you tell when people are picking on you or when they're?
I can't.
Okay.
I can't pick up any of that. Like I said, if somebody's being sarcastic, I don't know if they're being legit,
right?
Being mean,
right?
Or joking, being mean, or just in general,
right?
Like trying to have a joking conversation.
If there's anything ever that I say that you're like, wow, what did he mean by that? Feel free to just ask, say.
Yeah, usually I don't really even catch it.
Yeah, but I feel like just out of courtesy, I'll just let you know.
Exactly, because even at work today, somebody said, like, you gotta wear your name badge in the hallway. And I'm like, okay, because they're like, you got in trouble for it. I'm like, okay, then do you really care? Yeah, but I'm carrying these big giant bolt cutters.
Just walking around the school.
Walking around the school with big giant bolt cutters.
But the name tag makes you legit.
It is. The name tag makes me legit, but the bolt cutters don't.
Yeah.
They were like, not like a 6-inch bolt cutter. These were like 2.5 feet long. Like, which name tag? In the truck. I wasn't expecting to do anything with the name tag. That makes sense. And so it's just, do I care? Yes, I did care because it's my job. And I said I'll have it on next time I go down the hallway or in the facility. I'll have it. I'll have more responsibility of it next time. I didn't think. I never wear my name tag. I'm outside all the time at my job, so I'm never in the building. Then he was like, "Hey, can you cut this bolt off?" Didn't think, "Hey, name tag, go cut the bolt. Go cut the lock. Make it lock, not bolt, lock." And it's like, name tag. Never even thought about it. Didn't even think about it. I was with my other coworker. He had his name tag.
Right, because you were laser focused on cutting that lock.
I was laser focused on cutting that lock off. I didn't say cut lock and go get name tag. No, it's cut the bolt off, cut the lock. And I wasn't focused on anything but the lock. And that's what I mean by the Aspergers. Mm-hmm. It's, you don't focus on anything that's, if you said, hey, take this water bottle and put it in the refrigerator. And then you gave me something 2 seconds later that said, hey, take this watch and put it in the dresser. I would be like, I'll do the watch in the dresser, not the water bottle in the refrigerator. Mm-hmm. Because that's what you told me second. This is already forgotten. Mm-hmm. That's already gone. This is next. If that makes sense. It's like telling a dog to go eat and then we're gonna take you outside.
Yeah, like, they're focused on going outside.
They're focused on going outside, not worried about the food.
Except my dog. My dog would be like, I don't care if there's shit coming out of my ass. Like, if there's food that falls on the floor, that's where I'm at.
Exactly. It's like you can't focus on two things at one time. And with my brain, it's like it's one. And that's what I mean. Like, it's one thing, then another thing. Like, that's what I tell everybody at my work. It's, give me one job to do, and then tell me the next job. Mm-hmm. Don't tell me 9 of them, because the other 8, I can try to remember.
Yeah, that one is going to get done hella good.
Yes.
But
the other 8 are going to be like half-assed.
If you look at them at all.
If you look at them at all. That's what I mean. Mm-hmm. It's like if you say go do salt, I'll salt the parking lot. Mm-hmm. I'll salt the sidewalks. I'll go to both facilities. I'll go everywhere to do that. Don't tell me go site the sidewalks and then go shovel the bleachers. Yeah. Like, or something. Because I'd be like, what was I supposed to do after I get done with the sidewalk?
Do you make lists for yourself? So
I
you
do
can
sometimes.
Try to...
I do sometimes. I put it in my notes. Mm-hmm. On my phone, it would set reminders. Sometimes it goes off. Sometimes it doesn't go off. Mm-hmm. Like for a primary example, like on... What's today? Thursday?
Thursday.
I don't remember what day it was. Wednesday, 9 o'clock in the morning, my alarm goes off for my watch, says, you have an appointment at your doctor's. I go there. No, I have no appointment at 9 o'clock at my doctor's. It's tomorrow at 10:45. Like, I mean, I'm like, why is this say 9 o'clock?
Yeah.
And it's tomorrow. It's Friday at 10:45.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is that?
What would you say? I mean, not necessarily advice for other people who maybe have the same thing, but what are some things that you do that help you to stay on task or to just manage life?
What I would recommend doing, if you're anything like me, if you're high strung, high energy, million miles an hour, focused, gotta be perfectionist on everything you do, trying to get multitasking done on everything you do, just do your best to hang in there and do notes, take notes, set reminders on your phone, set reminders on your calendar. If you have somebody with you, send them a text like, hey, this is my schedule for the week. Like I do with my doctor appointment, I send them to my boss. All my doctor appointments. Mm-hmm. I get a doctor appointment card, I scan it, I send a text saying this is my appointment. So he has a copy. Then so he knows, hey, when I say I think I have an appointment this time, can you look and see on your text what day it is? Yeah. Then he can look. Or wife is or husband is really good, like really good, like because they can remember, like they can remember for you sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, hey, hon, when's my appointment again? Or hey, like you know what I mean? Like when's my doctor appointment? Or when my car insurance needs anything needs done? Like and like it's just try to focus on your one thing, then go to another thing, and then go to another thing. If you can't focus on the one thing, do the easiest, simplest thing first, then work your way to the hardest, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Like if you
So
get
you
like
feel that sense of accomplishment with something small, and
then work your way to the next thing, and so that's what I do. Like at my place I work, I send texts like, what do you want me to do now? What do you want done this second? Like, what do you need next? So I send a lot of texts and a lot of phone calls. Phone calls and texts, that's the way to go. I mean, don't be afraid to send a text. Don't be afraid to shoot a phone call. It's whatever you can do to manage your anxiety, OCD, Aspergers, autism, ADHD, bipolar, whatever you have. See about getting like a big brother, big sister, cousins, uncles, nephews, nieces, daughters, husbands, wives, to help you focus on bringing that stuff down, to help you focus on stuff that really matters. If that makes sense.
That's good.
That's what I do. I rely on my wife, and I rely on her a lot, and
just a support system.
Exactly. And I rely on my bosses to hey, what are you doing? What are you up to? Not like bug the crap out of me like every 2 seconds, like what are you doing?
Right.
Just
right.
like
accountability.
Yeah. Like if I'm at this place and I'm shoveling snow, then it's like after I get all that done, everybody's in safe. Then I shoot a text, what do you want me to do next? And then go do this, go do this, go do this. So I have the list.
Do people ever give you a hard time, like, why are you asking me again? Like,
everybody.
You should know this already. You should make a list.
Everybody gives me a hard time. And I mean everybody's like, Jay, focus. Jay, focus. Like, Chase, focus. Like, why aren't you focusing? It's like when you got Asperger's, it's hard enough. With Asperger's and ADHD, that makes it really complicated. Then when you have ADHD, Asperger's, and then pretty much like childhood trauma, that makes it 3 times as worse. So it's like, because I have a lot of trauma in my life. I won't get involved in that because that's like 10 million years of I'll have to be here for. We'll be sitting here and we'll be skeleton and bones. That's how long it would take.
Well, my friend John, he said at the end of the day, that's all we are, just a pile of bones.
We'll be here for, I'm not even joking, for my childhood trauma, we'll be here for about 10 years. And that's 24 hours for 10 years. So I'm not going to get too much involved in that.
Yeah.
Because we don't have enough time and not enough days.
Yeah.
So
when I first met you, I'm pretty sure it was the first time you were very open about, just having Asperger's, and
yes,
and I appreciated that. But also I had questions, but I just never, I don't know. You almost feel like you want to ask the questions, but it's kind of, I just get nervous and think, are they comfortable talking about that, or
people ask me a question all the time, and sometimes I have an answer and sometimes I don't. Like if you have a question, you can ask away, and I'll answer it. If you see me in the mall or see me in a store or see me at the club, archery club, not the beer club, or anywhere in public, Walmart, I mean, you name it. Not sponsored by Walmart.
Could be. Won't be. Penny
Won't
pinchers.
Be. Yeah. Any place. Just ask. Come up like, hey, I heard you're on the podcast, like on ADHDan. Like, ask.
Yeah.
I'll be more than glad to answer it.
Yeah.
And I'll even take you under my wing for a little bit and show you what I do at the store, and you'd be like,
right, and see what
this dude's out of his mind.
Or maybe it works for you.
Or maybe it works for you. Because I'm hands-on. That's what I am. I'm hands-on. Like if I see something, I got to touch it. If I see something that's awesome, I got to play with it. Like toys. Like I'm 41 years old and I love Legos. Like, everybody's like, Legos for kids. They're for little kids. No, I love Legos. Like, I love toys. Like, Matchbox cars. Like, I like stuff that is fun, not stuff that's unfun. Like, I try to make fun with everything I do. Work, archery, everything. I try to have fun with it.
I think people get upset. They don't realize, but they get upset and think, well, I hate my job, so he needs to hate his job. Why is he so happy?
I get that a lot. I do, even at the club. Like, I'll shoot a 10-10-10, and I'm like, and I'll laugh. And then somebody will shoot a 10-10-X. And then they'll be like, oh, I got 30 points. I'll be like, I got 30 points. Now I'll shoot a 10-10-9, just for example. And they'll be like, they'll shoot a 10-10-10. And I'm like, hey, I shot 29 points. Yay! And they're like, you just missed a 10 and got 29 points. I'm like, I don't care. I'm still shooting my bow. Right. I'm still having fun. Like, it ain't going to make me mad that if you don't get a perfect score every time. Like, it ain't going to make me mad if on anything. Like, I don't try to get mad on nothing.
That kind of makes me think. I just saw a quote yesterday. I think it's success is a journey, not a destination. Exactly. So if you're enjoying what you're doing, you don't have to wait until you master it. You're having fun.
I have fun with everything I do, man. That's just it. Like I'm on a zero turn, dude. I'm singing and got my headphones on. I'm dancing to the music on a lawnmower. And everybody's like, I'm dancing even at the gym. And everybody's like, what the heck's going on with this guy? Because usually I get more insults than praise because you talk too loud. You don't focus on nothing. You are hyper. There's a million reasons why people insult me. The way I look, the way I talk, my speech impediment. Like, I get like looked at like, why are you doing this? Like you said, not a good thing. Act your age. That's not. Nobody wants to hear that. But that's what they think. Like, it's just weird. Like, that's what I mean. Like, I get more negatives than I do positives. So the negatives I just blow off. I just blow off the negatives. I just blow them off. Like, they don't matter to me.
That's great.
Because I'm more focused on the positive than the negative.
I mean, I just really think that everyone needs to find the things that the world doesn't think are normal. Yeah. And you need to just embrace those. Exactly. And, I mean, you're loving life.
Yeah, that's just it.
Who cares?
Exactly. Like if I hit everything in the store to turn everything on, what does that make a difference? Why is that hurting you? Like, if I have to go look at 90 different archery sites and I'm there for 3 hours, what am I doing that's so wrong that's making you so mad? And to call me or think I don't want to say this word, but retarded, or slow, or whatever the names could be that are hateful. What makes you think those about me when I'm doing nothing to you? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And and that's what. When I was in school, when I was in classes, I was in special ed classes because my focus wasn't school. My focus was get through the day because you have to be here and leave and go home and ride your bicycle, play video games, watch TV. So my focus was never in school. So when I got all bought up of energy, my teachers would open the back door up and let me run around the building 20 times and then come back in. While everybody's looking at the windows going, why is this kid running around the building for 20 times?
Yeah.
And nobody else out there with them. What is he possibly doing? Why is he chasing? Why is he running full-blown sprints 20 times around the building? Like, what is he doing? So I would get called a bunch of names. Like Flash, or retarded or something stupid like that. And I hate those names because you shouldn't use them, because nobody's retarded. Nobody's mentally challenged. I mean, there are people that have challenges. Like I have Aspergers and autism, and I'm not mentally challenged. You're just not, how you want to say, you're not like normal. You're not you're not abnormal. Like I call myself AB normal from Frankenstein. So I call myself AB normal. I'm AB normal. But just because you have something going on doesn't mean you're less qualified than a regular person. Mm-hmm. Or you're less qualified than somebody who has all their stuff together, their act together. Just because you make $8 an hour doesn't mean you're worthless to the person who makes $100 an hour. Or if you make $20 an hour, and the next person makes $1,000 an hour, you're not less qualified. You got the same qualifications. It's just that you're the same person. I mean, you're a human being. Mm-hmm. No matter if you have a job, don't have a job, billionaire, not a billionaire, you're still a human. You're still a person. Just because your brain doesn't function the way a normal brain should function doesn't mean you're less qualified. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't make them better than you or make them worse than you. And people want to do that. Just because you're not making, say, $4,000 a month at your job, or making $40,000 a year, and you make $10,000 a year, they're better than you. No, that ain't the case.
Right.
That's not the case. You're just as important as they are. Everybody's important. No matter what you're going through, you're still important. That's what I mean. Like it's, and a lot of people look down on that. Like take the negativity and break it down. Right,
because people judge success off of
how much money you make. Exactly.
And I think whenever and again, this is kind of overgeneralizing, but I think what happens is people who have the money who think, oh yeah, this should make me happy or make me feel fulfilled. Exactly. They look at someone who is making minimum wage or has maybe a mental disability. AB
normal.
AB normal.
AB normal. That's why I call myself
somebody
AB normal.
Who is AB normal, they look at that and they're like, they don't have this money. They don't have what I have. How are they so happy?
Exactly.
And I think they get upset with that. So
they do.
That's a great mindset to have.
They do. So that's what I mean. Like whatever you're going through, somebody's been there before, and somebody will be there after. No matter what it is. Like my buddy who makes $120,000 a year cutting down trees. He was making $500 a day. I was making $100 a day. But we were best friends, and he never put me down because I was making $400 less than he was a day. For example, he bought a bow for $2,500. He bought a bow for $1,500, and not sponsored by Matthews, but could be. It was a Matthews TRX 7 and a bunch of other Matthews bows. I'm not sponsored, but could be. He bought me one for Christmas and said, whatever bow you want, you pick it, and it'll be your Christmas present. And he knows that I didn't have any cash at the time. So he's like, I want you to shoot with me, so I'll get you a bow. And then he did not just a bow, I mean everything. The whole complete setup he bought. And he was like, this is the best you can get on the market. Can't get nothing better. Don't have to pay me a penny for it. Now that's how everybody should be. Not, I have more money than you. I have a fancier car than you. I'm not autism. I don't have any.
I think
differently. I don't have any problems, so I'm better than you. My life's normal. Yours ain't normal. That's just bullshit. You're not better than them. You're just different. Not better or worse. You're just different. And people don't know that. People don't treat that. They just think they're better. And it's not. Because, like, my buddy doesn't have autism. My buddy's not ADHD. My buddy owns a business, successful business. I work a minimum wage job. I have autism, Aspergers, ADHD.
But those aren't things that define you to each other.
No,
so
it's not.
You just look at this person's a good human.
Exactly. He's my friend. And sometimes I motor mouth and can't shut up. And he laughs about it. He's like, hey, shut up over there.
It's like, here we go again.
Here we go again. But it's not, he don't call me names. Like, he don't call me, like, hey, AB normal, shut up. Or the word R. You know, he don't call me that either. Like, he don't call me names. He's like, hey, zip it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, zip
just
it.
Tell you how it is.
Like, zip it. And then I understand he's not being a jerk about it. He's just telling me, focus. We're lifting. Just focus.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you're going through something, man, doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It will always get better. And I live, and I kid you not, like, I lived my whole life negatively. And I still live my life negatively. Like I'm not even joking. Like, my wife would tell you, Janelle would tell you, I basically expect the worst outcome on everything that happens. Like, this is going to go wrong. That's going to go wrong. This ain't going to happen. We're going to get there and it's going to be shit. Like, anything. I put it down before I even get there. That's how my brain works. But once I'm there, it's not bad. It's not horrible. It's actually really cool and really awesome and really fun. But everything is a negative until it happens. And then after it happens, it's like, man, I'm so glad I did this. Man, I wish I would have done that sooner. That's what you gotta. If you're a negative person the whole way through, like I am, still go through it. I'm being serious. Still go through it, because when you do it, it's gonna be so much like, man, I'm glad I did this.
And I think if you keep an outlook like that in check, I think it can really be beneficial, because it's like you're not setting these great expectations for what you think should happen, and then you're let down whenever that doesn't happen.
Exactly.
Instead, you're going into it like, I don't know, we'll see. And then it's like, boom, here we go.
Like Christmas was like the worst time for me when I was a kid. Like, man, like my dad bought me stuff. My mom didn't really, she wasn't there, so she never really got me stuff. And then my mom bought my brother a coat and all this stuff, and she got me a duck that quacked. I was like, thanks for the duck. That's all I got. And it didn't bother me that I didn't get as much money spent on me as my brother did. It bothered me that I got a duck.
There was no thought.
There was no thought put into it. And that's what I mean. So that's what I mean. Like, and I don't remember how old I was, maybe 12 or 11. But my whole life was negative. Even up to this day, it's all negative. Like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to go there. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this. But when I actually do it, it's like, man, this is badass. I should have done this before. And I'm glad I did do it. Like our anniversary is coming up, you know, on the 22nd.
It's a good guy, remember?
Yeah, and my funds ain't there to do what I wanted to do. And I wanted to do stuff that I have no money to do it. I'm going to do something with the money I have.
Right. Make the best of it.
Make the best of it. But I was negative even up to now about I can't do what I wanted to do. I can't. This sucks. Like, this is horrible. Like, I wish I had this. I wish I had this. But then I look at it, I'm like, I had my wife. Like, I don't care about stuff. I had my wife. Like,
listen, last night I played taxi for my two oldest kids, picking them up from work, dropping them off here, going to pick the other one up, dropping off, like, just all over the place for about 2 hours. And I was just telling my wife, I said, you know, I got to the point where I was just like pissed. Like, I don't want to be driving all around. There's so much other stuff I could do. I need to be setting up for tomorrow. And then I thought, I'm going to change my mindset and say, I get to do this. I get to drive my kids. If one of my kids would die, I would probably give anything to be able to go and pick them up and drive them around at some point. I think that's kind of the mindset that we need to have. I get to do this stuff.
And I just saw that, and that's a good point, Dan. Good point. I just saw that today on a meme. I was on Facebook, taking my 10-minute break. 15, actually. 15. It said, instead of have, change it to get. Like, instead of I have to go to work, I get to go to work. Instead of I have to go to the store, I get to go to the store, because you don't know that day is going to be done. Mm-hmm. You might not wake up in the morning.
Right.
You might not have a chance to get to the store or get to the mall or get to go to the archery club or get to go anywhere. It could be over and done. So instead have, change to get on everything. I just saw that meme and I was like, that's badass. I'm going to try that. Mm-hmm. Like, instead of saying have, instead of get, I'm going to try that.
Jason, that's some good stuff. That's some good stuff. I'm going to change gears a little bit. So this is my Advent calendar. What's the date today? The 16th.
16th, my friend.
So I know you're not a drinker.
I do.
Would you try one of these chocolates with liquor inside?
I will.
Okay, so good, because I saved. So this is the 14th. This was from my mother-in-law.
Yeah, I drink
14?
Once in a while. I don't like to, how you want to say this, get overly shit-faced.
Oh, here's 15. Oh, that one fell out when I was with Jordan, but we still have 16. So, here, you take. Which one do you want?
I'll do this one.
You want the pear thing?
I already opened it.
Okay, well, I'm going to warn you about that one. I feel like there's a lot in there, and I recommend just one bite. Just toss it in and... We're good. Mm-hmm. The French.
This got a kick to it.
They're delicious.
This got a kick to it.
But I thank you for coming on. I thank you for just hanging out.
Oh, absolutely. I loved it.
Talking.
Oh, I love it.
Was this something that you were like, oh, everything's going to go wrong? I'm going to be nervous. And...
Yes. I'm not going to lie.
But it's just such a chill thing.
It is. I mean, like I said before, when you're negative so much, then after you do it, it's like, this is badass. I'm glad I did it. Mm-hmm. That's what I mean. Like, going into everything negative, then, like I said before, going into everything negative, man, and then having all this negativity, and then when you actually get to do it, it's like endorphins get released. Mm-hmm. And it's like, man, this is awesome. I wish the negativity would go away so I can just enjoy everything.
Yeah. I think there's it's like a mindset or something called amour lafine. It's to love the fate, I believe. But it's like you're right. You look at everything in its worst state or like in the most negative, and then that makes you appreciate what you have now. So it's a similar mindset.
Exactly. You're 100% right. And that's what I mean. Like, that's why I said it's like, if you're the way I am, man, just I work on it every day to try to get the negativity out. Like, it's every day is like, try to be more positive. Try to be more positive. And every time you're more positive, the negative wants to overpower it. It wants to overpower it, dude.
But it is a constant battle.
It's a constant battle because every time you're negative and you want to be positive, it just over. It's like angel, devil. Like, everything you're trying to do right, the devil wants to overpower it, my friend. And that's just the way it is with negativity and positive. It's the negativity always wants to power it. It's like the negativity is the devil and the positive is the angel.
Yeah.
And it just wants to suck it up and devour it. I was nervous and excited at the same time.
Yeah.
But I let the excitement win over the nervous. Mm-hmm. And I let the excitement win over the negativity. So that's what I mean.
Well, I'm glad that you were able to overcome that.
Exactly.
And come out, because this was awesome.
This was awesome. That's what I mean. You just gotta focus on the positive, man. That's what I'm learning to do.
Focus on the positive.
Focus on the positive.
Thank you again.
Hey, thank you.
I have one more small gift for you.
Okay.
It's Michael Vick, Finally Free, an autobiography.
Michael Vick.
I don't know.
I think that's a football player.
Yeah, he was the one that was like fighting dogs.
Yeah.
So yeah, here you go. You don't even have to read it. I just one of my kids had it, and
Michael Vick I actually liked him. I did. He was one of my favorites.
There you go.
And everybody's like, he's a dog fighter. Why do you like him for? And yeah, so I'm gonna go on the whim and say, hope the Buccaneers win, and go Tom Brady.
Now we're canceled.
Now we're canceled. You can edit that out. You can edit that out. Is that cool?